What is up, GVA and subscribers? It's Xavier, and I'm back bringing you guys my second episode of PlayStation Retro. I know that the first PlayStation Retro episode went really well, and I decided, due to all the feedback that I got, that I would make the second episode another Dragon Ball Z vid. So just a little bit about this gameplay. As you guys can maybe tell, I'm using Brawly. And if you guys don't really know much about the character, Brawly is basically what in the show he was called a legendary Saiyan, or a legendary Super Saiyan, because of his how he was so strong amongst the other Saiyans in the show. He pretty much stood up against all the rest. And in the tournament that I'm in right now is actually the Cell Games. So if you guys are actually familiar with Dragon Ball Z, you guys know that the Cell Games was a tournament created by Cell in the actual TV show to base who is the strongest warrior in the world on planet Earth. So Cell, the bad guy initially, creates a tournament for everybody to enter to see how strong all the Saiyans are and whether or not he could be defeated, because he was pretty sure he couldn't be defeated at all, no matter how much training everybody else put into it. And it was actually a pretty good part of the saga, I'm not going to lie. I think that was the most entertaining one. I mean, the Frieza saga wasn't really that great. I mean, it was just hunting for Dragon Balls. But for the Majin Buu saga, I guess it was somewhat entertaining because of the fat Majin Buu being all nice and everything, and then having to fight, let's say, like Super Buu, who was just a complete asshole. You know, it kept the series, I guess, balanced in terms of good and bad and funny and serious. But yeah, this is a Cell Games tournament. So Cell Games tournaments are roughly 5 rounds. So basically 5 rounds. There's no ring outs or anything like that. As you guys can tell, there's like no tournament stage or anything like that. But it's the final tournament that you can unlock in Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. It's also the hardest one to play on because there's no ring outs. So it's not really... I mean, sure, I can just like bolt up to somebody and just smash them across the face and knock them out like I did in my last video. You guys saw me use Bardock. I just like kicked Buddha right out of the stage, and he was just ringed out. But as you can see, I'm actually fighting my last character I used in my last video. So I guess I just want to talk a little bit about another guy here on GVA. I think his name is Kirk Merck, if that's how I pronounce it properly. He's actually starting his own little gaming series with pre-PlayStation 1 gameplay, so you guys should check that out. He looks like he has really good content. I think he just got up 2 videos now on GVA recently this week. So go check out his videos. I think he was... I'm not too sure on what console he was playing on. I didn't watch the whole thing, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was just listening to the commentary. That's what I usually do. When it comes to videos, unless I really like the commentator, then I'll watch the video and listen to their commentary. But some people, like, I just don't... I know that some of my subscribers, they like either hearing my voice or they like my gameplay. One of the two. They don't watch both. There'll be those rare subscribers that will watch both, unfortunately. But I also like to thank you guys, because I got a lot of subscribers from my last PlayStation Retro vid. You guys seem to really like it. The likes and dislikes were just like completely... There was such a high differentiation between the two. So it made me really want to continue this series. I mean, I think the last time I checked it, it was like 80 likes and maybe like 12 dislikes. So, I mean, there were dislikes, but the huge range between the two was pretty amazing, so I have to thank you guys for that. And obviously you guys enjoyed this gameplay like I thought you would, which is pretty awesome. So I've decided... I'd like to know if you guys have any... if you guys have any life situations or life stories that you'd like to be that you would want to be shared over the YouTube community or over GVA official, and you want me to address any problems or anything like that, feel free to send me a personal message. I do check my personal messages. It's just that I get so many messages, usually of the same topic sometimes, that it either becomes too frequent or I've already done that commentary, like the commentary over girls and stuff like that. I think I've pretty much touched base on that already. I've done 2 commentaries over here on GVA. I'm not too sure. I did get some feedback from it, how it really helped people, which is what I aim for, because, you know, I got so many subscribers from GVA official, and I feel like I need to give back. So this is what I've been doing. I've been doing subscriber stories, and usually I pick the subscriber story that relates to my life, so you guys get a better view on the situation, instead of someone just bullshitting and saying, oh, yeah, you shouldn't do that, or no, you should do this, without really having any experience. And that's what I provide. I try to make sure that whatever the story is or the problem that maybe I faced it or I've sort of faced it or is something related to me, that I can help you guys out. And that's just one way of bringing back to the community. So that's what I plan on doing here on GVA. I'll still be giving some life story commentaries. I know I haven't really done those, but I've been doing my life stories combined with the subscriber stories. So I'm doing both at the same time. But I will devote a commentary one day just to a life story about myself and maybe some funny moments. I do have a lot of funny moments, especially in high school. When you guys go to high school, if you guys aren't already in high school and you're watching this, high school will be the best experience of your life. For me, it was the greatest 4 years of my life, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I was first going to high school, some people like me, were intimidated by it because you never know all the sorts of characters that you meet at high school and how it's going to be or how difficult it's going to be, and how school's going to be. Like, do you have the crazy teachers? Do you have the crazy? You have all these exams now. You never had exams in elementary school or middle school. You've had somewhat tests or quizzes, and then now you go to high school and there's tests, quizzes, and exams are worth a lot, and they determine whether or not you pass or fail. And I know when I was in elementary school, if you failed something, let's say if you failed a class, the teacher wouldn't keep you back 1 year. You would still go on to the next year. So whether you failed or not, you would still go on to the next grade, especially in that subject. So if you failed geography or math in grade 7, and you're basically allowed to go to grade 8 and do that material again. But it's up to you whether or not to go to summer school and fix your marks, so that way when you go into grade 8, you don't look like a total schmuck or an idiot, right? And in high school, just the exams and stuff like that, I wasn't. I guess I was shocked at the beginning about the exams, but I ended up doing really, really well, and I ended up being an honor student every year of high school, which is not something I really expected for myself. I didn't really work hard at all, so I'm not saying don't work hard in high school. Do as best as you can, because when it comes to colleges and universities after, like what I'm doing now, I'm just finishing up my first year of college, and I gotta say, if I actually tried in high school, I'm pretty sure that I probably would have gone to a better program, or I would have gotten into something better, maybe in a different college or I would have gone to university, because college and universities are really different. And colleges are basically for more of the students that are hands-on people. So what I mean by that is someone who can work with their hands. So if someone finds, let's say, shop class, or finds home ec or hospitality or something like that involves you working with your hands, I know, besides being a porn star, you can. College is the right place for you, and then for university, if you're more of the theoretical person, like if you can do the critical thinking, you can study all night, you can read and understand something, and not have to really apply your knowledge. So what I mean by apply is to actually try it and do it, like a chemical experiment, let's say, when you're mixing chemicals and stuff like that. If you can just read the text and understand what it means, then you know what? That makes you kind of like a theoretical person, which is really the best places for you to go is university. So in high school, always aim high. Sure, for me, high school was a joke, because then again, I didn't really apply myself, but then again, I got really high marks. I was 80s and 90s, and unfortunately, I regretted not trying, because now I'm going to be doing some upgrading and stuff like that, because I plan on going to university now. And it's going to be a pain in the ass now, because I'm not going to be in college again. I'm not going to be in college. I'm going to have to go upgrade some high school credits, which really sucks. But this is what I want to do. I want to go to university. I want to get a degree. It's something that you guys have to face, and you guys will face soon, whether or not you're in high school or not. You guys really have to start thinking about your future. And I guess I've really touched base on a lot of things in this commentary. But I know it's not Call of Duty, so I can't really have a solid commentary over a life story or a subscriber story, but I'm filling you guys in about, I guess, basically sort of like my life and what I'm going through right now in terms of colleges and universities, and my YouTube career right now, as it's been accelerated quite a bit due to GVA. And as you guys can see, we are in the final battle of the Cell tournament, so I'm facing the Supreme Kai, and the Supreme Kai in the show was actually pretty weak. But in this game, he really kicks ass. He's able to teleport and stuff like that without actually using up any energy. But unfortunately, he dies from my ultimate. So I hope you guys enjoyed me using the OP character Brawly for this tournament. I know I might get some hate on this because I wasn't really using a weak character. But there's no customizations or anything like that. So it's not like I'm making one character stronger than the other. I'm just using a breakthrough capsule to give them all their moves, which everybody has a breakthrough capsule in this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. If you guys have any life stories or anything like that you want to share, you could PM me and I can try to put it over a video and initially put it on GVA or maybe on my own personal channel. And feel free to subscribe to my channel, guys. And I'm Xavier, and I'm out of here. Peace.